you for the likes.
Is the world's strictest and largest prison. This mega prison has a capacity of 40,000. Prisoners here are the most unsafe people you can even imagine. How many people's lives have you ended? Is it 5 or 10? How many?
More than 50.
Wait, hold on. I actually wanna. My volume is so high I can't hear. I'm trying to fix it. Hold on. Cause this, I wanted to watch this video off stream, but I was like, bruh, I want to watch this and on stream. The world's largest security prison, CECOT, Seco, the most evil are kept here.
Has a capacity of 40,000. Prisoners here are the most unsafe people you can even imagine. How many people's lives have you ended? Is it 5 or 10? How many?
More than 50.
MS-13 and many other gangs. These are animals.
Damn.
These aren't people. They're psychopaths.
This is the
sociopaths,
world's
the
largest.
kind of people we have here.
We are
The
about to
world's
see the
highest
worst of the
security,
worst.
bruh.
Welcome to CECOT, the world's largest prison by capacity in El Salvador, which was
Crazy.
constructed to imprison the highest profile criminals. Those who enter this prison are destined never to leave alive.
Yo.
There's no way out. How you gonna come out of this?
The
There's
reason
no way
why this
out.
small country of 6 million needs the largest prison is the gangs.
Bruh.
Once dominating the
Hell nah, bro. That's kind of scary though, bro. That's kind of, I can't be in a prison with like, you already know these are the world large. Hell nah.
country, these gangs faced a dramatic crackdown starting in March 2022. Under President Nayib Bukele's administration, over 70,000 individuals, about 2% of the country's adult population, were arrested within just 16 months.
They got these
Buses
boys
transported
running.
thousands of chained gang members to CECOT in a tightly coordinated nighttime operation. Sitting one behind the other, heads lowered, they looked like a single mass.
Crazy.
Surrounded by armed guards, none of them dared to resist commands. Their life has changed in a day.
What
In this
is-
documentary,
they're all
we will
hidden.
interview one of them, one of the most ruthless gang leaders, known by the nickname Psycho.
10 minutes. You only have 10 minutes.
Built in 2022,
This is crazy.
massive prison is made up of 8 separate modules spread over 410 acres of land. Each pair of modules is enclosed by 2 separate 3-meter-high walls with razor wire. The entire facility is surrounded by a towering 9-meter-high wall with a 3-meter-high
can't
electric
escape.
fence
You
carrying
can't escape if you wanted.
15,000 volts. 19 watchtowers are ensuring nothing escapes notice. The entire design
that's
doesn't just
crazy.
prevent escape,
Yeah, what's
it
the
erases
DR?
the very idea
the
of
game?
it. Hello?
Bro,
Hello?
if you thought about escaping this prison, you can't. You can't. You're cooked. You do, dog. You gotta be the worst criminal. Where is El Chapo at then?
Oh, we have permission from the presidency.
Or Pablo Escobar? I don't know which one's dead or
The
alive.
soldiers stopped us. We're hoping this will be the last checkpoint. The jammers blocked all signals within a 2-kilometer radius of CECOT, completely cutting off all communication. Over 600 soldiers work only to secure the perimeter.
We are going to leave all of our belongings here before entering the prison. We will only carry our cameras and
Where El Chapo
microphones.
is
That's
at?
it.
For real?
Pass slowly.
That's gotta be a crazy jet then.
Look at the camera. The body scan.
I forgot my wedding ring on.
Well, that needs to be put
Dog. Do you know the process you gotta go through to get inside this building? They're not gonna let you in just, I mean, any jail is not gonna let you just in like that, but like the process for this one has gotta be insane.
away over there.
This high-capacity X-ray scanner
Oh my-
even shows bones and internal organs. It's mainly used to scan newcomers, ensuring no one tries to sneak in anything forbidden on their body before entering.
That's
The inmates used to
crazy.
swallow some objects, or they would try to bring them
And they would,
vaginally or anally. Micro SD memory cards, they would try to bring them in vaginally or anally. Micro SD memory cards, microchips, and not only that, even phone charges.
Another thorough
Phone
body search has
charges.
been conducted.
that's 2 searches.
Take off your shoes.
Damn.
They even inspected inside our socks. It took us around 1 hour just to pass through security, even though we were invited as media after
1
months of
hour?
applying.
1 hour for security is diabolical, but they don't want nothing to, bro. They don't. That's crazy. That's crazy.
guards are wearing masks because they're doing a risky job here. So if they get identified, it might be riskier for them to go to town centers because these gangs have a lot of connections. So they have to keep their identity secret. Why don't you wear a mask?
They gotta hide their identity.
I have to talk to them face to face, looking them in the eye. They already know who I am.
We're in the registration room.
What?
This area is for inmates only.
Yo.
When a criminal is captured on the street, they don't carry ID or give their real name. That's why their fingerprints and photographs are taken here to enroll in the system. Once they become a permanent part of CCOT, the inmates lose all contact with loved ones for the rest of their lives, as family visits
They're
are
all
strictly
tatted up.
forbidden.
Why they
It's
walking
also
like that?
important to note that a small number of innocent people were mistakenly imprisoned during the big crackdown. Because of the no-contact policy,
the most
their
insane
families
video
have
I've
no
ever
idea
seen.
where they are or if they are still alive.
That's
For
crazy.
some, this documentary could be their first chance to see a missing loved one. Before entering the modules where the inmates are, we visit the armory of the prison. This section is
That's
a must in case of
crazy.
possible riots, and these convicts are the most unsafe people on Earth.
The type of firearm we use is a T65 rifle, similar to the M16 rifle.
Y luego tenemos este otro.
They
We
got
also
the-
have this
they
other
got the-
firearm, which is a
the
12-gauge shotgun.
Un fusil Sig Sauer
A Sig Sauer rifle allows us to maneuver in spaces that are too tight to move.
Whenever criminals are arrested and dragged to the bus, various cuffs and chains are used to restrict their movements and minimize the risk of harm to officers.
Has there ever been a riot?
Intento.
So far, there have been no escape attempts.
Es lo
We
peor
have the
de
worst
This is
of the worst
insane.
within criminal organizations here.
The riot gear consists of a head protection, a face shield, neck protection, an anti-trauma vest, leg protectors, shin guards, and of course, a shield.
Por lo general en las
Yo.
Generally,
Look, yo, that's gotta be crazy. Just to be in that position, bro. Like your life is over. You're treated like a dog. No, not even a dog. But you can't even treat a dog like this. You're treated worse than a dog. But like you just know you're. And the craziest thing they said, if you get arrested by these people, right, your family won't know where you're at. Nobody you know, nobody you knew will know where you're at. They'll just think you're dead. It's crazy.
in the prisons, we see inmates invent any kind of handmade weapon, like awls or knives.
They are fully protected. You can see how he protects his
I wonder if
feet.
anyone tried to
Since this
escape.
prison is
Though.
so large, we have to hop on this bus. We are entering the module area.
To keep the country safe, 1,000 staff members work inside CCOT.
It is impossible, but let's just imagine that an inmate get out of the fortress. These pebbles that you see are put here intentionally because when they walk on these pebbles, it works like an alarm system. It makes a noise, they cannot sneak away.
Have they tried to escape? No. Could they try? Difficult, because they would have to go through a series of security rings.
This is crazy.
CCOT was built with its own infrastructure in an isolated area, including an electrical and sewage system to prevent external interference. In case of an electricity cut or water supply issue, the cisterns and power plants will maintain operations for up to a week.
I'm so excited. We're gonna be face to face with
That
the
is
most
crazy.
dangerous criminals in the world. It is pretty tense. We are entering one of
You
the
gotta be
modules
bold
now.
though. To go, bro. I'm wearing a mask. Talking about if your they don't want their identity to be showed because there's nah. I don't even think they get visitors though. There's no way these type of people get prisoners. I mean visitors.
You are seeing the third and fourth modules next to each other. An offender who enters one of these buildings never exits through these doors.
Guys.
In a few steps, we'll be surrounded by more than 2,500 inmates. It's like stepping in the middle of controlled chaos.
Buenos días.
Damn. They don't even have a. They don't even have a bed. Oh my gosh. Yo, they're sleeping in straight metal bars. I don't even think this is crazy. They're all young too. They're all Hispanics. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Damn, they're all Hispanics.
This is so intense.
Their eyes are all on me, following my every step.
Getting an eye contact with them.
Wild.
There are so many of them.
Wild.
I'm speechless. I can't help but feel unease.
is
All of them
crazy.
wear white shirts, shorts, and slippers. They don't have any other belongings.
Most are barely out of their early 20s and convicted of serious offenses. Even the most infamous criminals in history have an average of 20 to 30 proven victims. But here,
crazy.
some of the inmates are responsible for hundreds of innocent people's lives.
Can I ask the inmates something?
No. If you have any questions, I can answer them for you.
If they try to communicate with me now, what are you gonna do?
What happened?
I'm not going to allow them. They know from them that
They get their
subsequently
ass
there may be
beat.
a penalty for not abiding by an
They get
instruction.
their ass
I'm
beat.
curious to know which of these group leaders I'll be interviewing.
It is forbidden for us to pass this yellow line because these are one of the most dangerous human beings on earth.
Without the bars between us, everyone knows exactly what could happen. There are 32
they're gonna
cells
try
in
to
every
leave.
one of the 8 modules making up the mega prison. Each cell holds around 80 inmates, but the number can go as high as 150. Despite not being at full capacity, the inmates only have 0.5 square meters of personal space each. Prisoners do not have any ventilation rights or courtyards to walk outside their cell.
Each inmate here have been given one of the longest sentences you can even imagine in your
Life.
life. The only thing that doesn't change that all these inmates will never get outside. They will never see sunlight. The only people are authorized to get inside and outside are the personnel and sometimes
Why do they
media like
escort
us.
them
They
then?
will never ever leave this building. If you see their look, you can see the emptiness in their soul. They don't have any hope towards future. They look very robotic. Their life is so monotone.
This open corner is their toilet area.
This is why you don't get in trouble, bro. This is why you don't get in gangs. Point blank, period. Because imagine being in this type of position, bro. Imagine your life is over. You're like, bro, the moment you enter that, just know you're not coming back. You better have the best lawyer. The best lawyer. Because that's crazy.
They have like 2 toilets for 80 inmates. It's literally
2 toilets for
humiliating
80?
these inmates. Like their whole confidence
How do they
is
shower?
disciplined here.
The same place where they use the toilet is also where they take showers.
Oh,
To clean
what?
themselves, they use plastic dippers in a single shared basin.
That's crazy.
There's no running water in the cells, so the prisoners have to rely on one blue barrel for drinking water.
Where they
That's
sleep
crazy.
is these metal bunks. No pillow, no mattress. Each prisoner receives just the bare essentials: a white sheet, a uniform,
they
socks,
do-
slippers, and a towel. That's it.
The prisoners spend their entire days on their 4-level bunk beds.
So
they
you're
have
just
stacked
talking to
tightly,
bro.
like items stored in a warehouse. As part of hygiene and order, inmates are shaved every 2 weeks by personnel. Long hair or beards aren't just unhygienic, they can also hide sharp objects.
Let's take a look. Take off your shirt and line up here.
Now they are taking their shirts off.
These inmates were once part of the MS-13 and Barrio 18 gangs, which controlled the neighborhoods of El Salvador. These 2 rival gangs spent years extorting money from locals and causing great
Is there
suffering to
nitro?
Salvadorans.
There is Barrio 18, MS-13 gangs all together in one cell.
That's right, just like that. The entire module is the same.
This
They
is
all
the
live
most
like
insane
this.
thing I've ever seen.
Outside, entering each other's neighborhood could mean being
What do you
torn
mean?
apart.
I'm on Twitch.
Yet here, they are side
Are
by
you following
side
my
until
Twitch,
their
or do you
last
have, like-
breath.
How do they live without attacking one another?
They have to learn how to live together. Here, they are in a prison. They are not on the street.
Most of the inmates have tattoos covering their entire bodies, even including their faces, showing their loyalty structure. For MS-13, tattoos often include initial letters or the number 13. Members of the other gang use symbols like 18 or 666, which add up to 18 and symbolize the devil, or they use Roman numerals. Having gang tattoos on one's face is a clear sign that
Yo, it's crazy how all of them got. Yo, this is crazy video right here. This video is the most crazy thing I've ever seen. What the heck?
they are one of the most ruthless and high-ranking members of the organization. Crossing paths with such a person on the street
18.
is the same as staring death in the face. A spiderweb tattoo represents being caught in the web of justice and serving a long prison sentence.
What?
The devil horns tattoo is a
The
dark
heck?
symbol that represents these individuals' worship of the devil. Some even claim that they carried out their actions under the devil's command. A teardrop tattoo signifies that the person has ended someone's life.
That's crazy.
The number of teardrops indicates how many lives they've taken.
Teardrops?
If there are 3 teardrops, it suggests that the tattoo's owner has taken so many lives that they've lost count. With the phrase "laugh now, cry later,"
Yo, I've never known. Like, that's crazy. I didn't know that at all, bro. I thought it was 1 teardrop, and that means that they took in somebody's lives. But 3, it's crazy.
these masks or clown tattoos send a clear message: stay strong in the face of hardship now and deal with the consequences later.
Are all
They
these
got a lot of
people
tattoos.
truly bad?
They're on another level, high-profile criminals who will never change their mentality.
If you look at the upside, there's a catwalk area.
Guards consistently watch over the inmates from this elevated spot above the cells. If anything suspicious occurs, they will intervene while an extensive network of cameras observes every corner 24/7, ensuring nothing goes unnoticed. The modules are kept lit all day and night for monitoring. When the sun goes down, the lights stay on all
This
the
is
time.
the craziest
They are
video I've ever
constantly
seen.
being observed. I think this is one of the hardest things. When they try to sleep, they use their towels and cover their eyes to block the light. Preacher here
there's so
is
many
teaching
lights.
some of the important lessons from the Bible to the inmates. They're doing physical exercise.
They got
There's
workouts
a trainer there. This is the only time these inmates get out of
That's
their
probably the
cells.
most
These
thing they-
activities
that's
take
crazy.
place for a total of 1 hour per week, under the watch of armed guards. For the rest of the time, they are locked inside. They used to control the streets. Now, they can't even take a step with their free will.
It's a rotating schedule. There's not enough space, so they can't all go out on the same day.
Has there ever been a chaotic incident
was
when
good,
the
no
inmates
limit.
were outside of their cells?
So far, nothing.
Whenever we focus the camera on a cell, we often catch a prisoner silently
Just staring
mouthing
at-
words. Even behind bars, gang members attempt to send orders to the outside. This prisoner was
Bro's just staring at him like, damn.
doing just that, but we censored him to block the message. Despite the crackdown, these groups still hold significant power outside. Rumors suggest they have plans for taking revenge by targeting innocent people. But in response, the authorities threaten to impose even harsher measures on imprisoned members.
If they do that, there won't even be 1 meal in prison. Uno. I swear to God, they won't eat a grain of rice. Let's see how long their homeboys last inside.
Here they get 3 meal times: breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
Breakfast
they
is
eat.
usually beans and rice. For lunch, they get white rice and pasta. And dinner's pretty much the same. The only thing that changes is the drink.
Damn, only
There's no
pasta?
nutritious food like chicken or meat. This is the lunch. It's rice, pasta, and 2 tortillas.
Does the menu vary from day to day?
No,
Is it the same every day?
it's always
They eat the same food every day is crazy. Nah, they got it.
the same. It's for freshmen.
Okay,
What is that?
it's a sugary drink. I'm going to taste it for myself.
Inmates must eat with their hands and
I
clean
know
their
there's-
plates before returning them. With a diet lacking in protein, many likely suffer from nutritional deficiencies. Before starting our interview with an
No
inmate,
protein
I want
is
to show you
crazy.
one more place that is even more extreme than what you've seen so far.
Here we are in the isolation cell area. If inmates break a rule, they can be sent to these isolation cells according to the legislation. The law gives me the right to keep the prisoners in isolation for up to 15 days. These cells have sealed doors.
Damn. I know it's
Through this
dark.
grid, I can see them and identify who's inside. We serve food here, and we also use this space to put handcuffs on them before opening the door to move them from here to their cell.
Welcome to the isolation cell.
They are make sure that the cellmates are not doing nothing stupid.
If an inmate misbehaves, this is where he ends up. He won't know the time or how much longer he'll be kept inside. For days or even weeks, he sleeps on this concrete bed without ever leaving.
Nah, they
are
got it.
cut off from the
GGs.
outside world, left alone with nothing but their
GGs.
thoughts.
Hell no.
This is where they supply their water. There's a water basin here. They take their water here, and this is where they pee.
The basin for drinking water and the toilets are located side by side. The toilet looks recently used
Hey,
and
kids,
dirty,
stay
suggesting that this cell
home,
has
man. Don't
recently
be out
been
in those
used. The only
gang
light
fields.
they have is this little hole that barely lets the sun shine in. This
That's
openness is also the sole source of fresh air.
Facts.
What is the most challenging thing about isolation room
15
according to you?
days?
Inside, you don't even see your hands. So when someone is isolated, it is necessary for them to have something, a book, anything, to keep their mind clear. But here, they don't have access to any of that. No matter how tough a criminal is, this kind of isolation breaks them. This is necessary for
That shit will
the
break
type
me.
of offenders that
What?
we have here. People who once played God by deciding who would live and who wouldn't live deserve the worst punishment. We don't show them mercy. They can ask for forgiveness, and may God forgive them. But here, justice must be served for so many victims, and it's the least they deserve.
Now we're going to interview the inmate known as Psycho. He has a 34-year criminal history and has spent the last 25 years as a high-ranking member of an organization.
10 minutes. You only have 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
12 guards are barely
I'm
enough
gonna
to
end
ensure the
TikTok.
safety around this inmate.
Remove the mask.
What is your name?
My name is Marvin Ernesto Medrano Vasquez.
How old are you?
I'm 41 years old.
You don't look 41. You look younger, like 35.
That's a good thing that you told me because I feel old.
Can I see your tattoos?
What's the tattoo?
I'm 13.
When did you join this crime
MS.
organization?
In 2004, but I started my criminal record since I was 11 years old.
How did you first become involved?
When somebody is born with just a mom and the mom is working, you look for the streets. You look for somebody to help you out. I said, oh, my mom's poor, I need some shoes, I need some clothes, and I started robbing. Then I need a father figure because I didn't grow up with my father. And then I looked the group of gangs. Then I did
That's
a
crazy.
side, and I came right here to El Salvador, trying to change my life, but I seen that there were more gangs right here, and I started doing the same thing I did upstate, and I got locked up. I've always been one of them persons that wanted to accomplish the things that they put in their mind, and I accomplished everything I had to do right here. But I'm right here. This is how the devil pays the people.
Is it true that to join this crime organization, you need to end someone's life?
Yeah.
But the first one must be one of your relatives, right?
Yeah, because you got to gain territory for your gang. I lost my mom, my dad, my son, everything right here because of the gangs. When I could be with my family, hey, upstate, the United States, a better life. But, you know, we took wrong decisions and this is the cause of this. That's why I tell the youth, hey, go to school, listen to your mom, listen to your dad. Don't live this life that we live right here. There's no way out.
How many people's lives have you ended? Is it 5 or 10? How many?
No, if you talk about what you used to do in the jails after, it probably get a few more than 50.
What? More than 50?
You gotta do it.
Keep him in that cell. Keep his, I don't even know what keep his ass, keep this criminal in that cell, bruh. 50 lives taken? Innocent people too.
Sometimes.
How did you become cold-blooded and merciless in time?
Facts.
I can't really respond you with that question.
How do you feel about not seeing your family forever
He doesn't
since you're in
care.
Sekat?
I feel bad because
He doesn't care.
I seen my son the last time when he was 5 years old, and
How long you been in there?
he's 21 years old right now. I want to see him. I want to tell him, hey, don't do the same things that your dad did. Look for a good life.
People who have fallen victim because of you will never see their loved
That's
ones
crazy
again. You
words.
will also never see your family. How do you cope with emotions like missing someone?
I feel bad. Sometimes, like I tell you, I lay down on my bed and I think a lot of things, and sometimes I cry
What is your motivation
Bro,
to
you
stay
can't
alive
do
here?
nothing,
to one
bruh.
day change my life and look for
can't.
God in my life, and I tell God, hey, forgive me because I did some things.
Okay,
The one thing is, God will forgive him. If he repents, gives himself to Christ, he's already done a lot of bad things. He's done a lot of bad things. 50 lives is crazy, but if he gives himself to Christ, God will forgive him. And he, you know, yeah.
finally we see the sunlight. Honestly, Sekat is a place you will never wish to end up in, even as a visitor. But
I'm
for the
good
people
off that.
who
I don't
victimized
want my
Salvadorans,
enemies to
it
be
is
there.
now their forever home. These criminals took the innocent people's right to live, and now
Yeah.
they're paying for it. The Salvadorian government's message is clear. Crime is no longer tolerated and the punishment is severe.
El Salvador once had
This
the
is El
highest rate of lives
Salvador?
lost due to widespread chaos. During its peak,
Yeah,
104 out of every 100,000 people lost their lives in a single year. Previous administrations agreed to a truce with these groups, but this couldn't bring lasting
gotta-
order. Although the
that's
current
crazy.
government's methods
You
are
can't even
controversial,
walk.
by
You
2023,
gotta run.
the number dramatically dropped to 2.4 per 100,000 people. 23, the number Although the current government's methods are controversial, by 2023, the number dramatically dropped to 2.4 per 100,000 people, placing El Salvador among the safest countries in the world for the first time.
So far, the results are
That's
undeniable.
crazy.
Peace has returned to the neighborhoods. But what about those who were wrongfully imprisoned? Is it true justice or way to control chaos? Are we seeing a lasting solution or just a temporary fix? For now, the answer remains unclear and the world continues to watch. Thank you for watching this documentary. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Ruhi Chenet.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, imagine being in that position. Imagine having to go through imagine the one thing I'm thinking right now is just you getting arrested, but you didn't do the crime. You're doing the time for life. Some people do that. It's crazy. There's so many people out there that do the crime that they never committed. There's somebody in that cell that just doesn't have the freedom.